Alright, here we go, back for another overnight paddle on the Manistee River. We had such a blast last time we were up here that we had to come back and do the section that we skipped last time. So here we are, just below the Hodenpyl Dam, getting ready to start our trip. This section of the river runs right through the Manistee National Forest on both sides, giving you some pristine wilderness and wildlife viewing all around you. Here we are floating under the suspension bridge that connects either side of the river along the Manistee River Loop Trail, one of the most popular hiking and backpacking trails in the National Forest itself. The north side of the river along this trail is actually part of the North Country Trail system, one of the longest in the country, and the southern portion on the Manistee River Loop Trail has plenty of dispersed camping options. The last river trip we took, we had to skip this portion of the river for a time constraint, but after being on it for a little while, it was really easy to see why this stretch is very popular with canoers and kayakers and hikers alike. We continued to pass plenty of hikers setting up their dispersed camps for the night. There was one other family out on a canoe trip as well, but we just kept a little bit of distance between us and them, and it felt like we had the whole place to ourselves. It was an absolutely gorgeous day for a float. After a while, we decided to pull over, let the family in the canoe there get a little distance between us, and we were going to make some sandwiches and have some lunch here. There's a dispersed camp up on the top of the hill. What a wonderful spot to enjoy. Soon enough, we're back at it, paddling on downstream, where we spotted a mama merganser and her little ducklings. Definitely one of my favorite waterfowl to see along the river, as Mama Duck tries to scurry her little ones away. We pushed on downstream, pulling over often, not only to rehydrate and to refuel, but to really take in the scenery and enjoy this special place and enjoy our time on the river. Every moment is like paddling into a postcard when you're out here on the Manistee. We were lucky enough to share this amazing day with all sorts of wildlife that just we continued to see surrounding us, seemingly around every bend. Here we are approaching the Red Bridge River access, where we began our journey the last time we were out here. From the bridge onward, the river is wide and slow, making it a perfect habitat for a lot of different types of wading birds, like these sandhill cranes here. And soon enough, we are entering the backwaters of the Tippy Dam Pond. This approximately 1,200 acre lake continues to be surrounded on all sides by the National Forest System and offers a number of campsites all around the banks for canoers, kayakers, and boaters alike if you put a boat in at the boat launch. We caught the sunset off the sandy dunes and then took an evening paddle to our favorite camp spot where we were cooking up a fine meal for the night. It honestly doesn't get better than steak and potatoes by campfire. We were in for a warm, clear, gorgeous night, so I didn't even bother with setting the rain tarp up over my hammock. Here I am waking up in the morning to this absolutely stunning view. It was a nice and relaxing morning for us, where we had a little bit of breakfast by the campfire, we packed our stuff up, and then we paddled towards the Tippy Dam. We were smart enough to know that we did not want to portage the kayaks this time, so we had left a car at the dam where we were going to pick our stuff up and spot vehicles and get ready to head back home. We soaked in our final views of the big lake and marveled in its beauty one last time. We looked back in admiration over the distance that we just paddled and all the wonderful things that we saw. And just like that, we were off the river again with another amazing adventure in the books.